YouTube and welcome. If you've never been here before, my name is Gabby. Super nice to meet you. We are playing some M20 vampires in standard. We're going to be playing best of 3. This deck is really cool. This deck is definitely real. Like right now people are, because the set is, I mean, I guess, I don't know when you're watching this, but the set recently came out and people are trying different things with vampires, and this is definitely a real archetype. So the 3 really cool additions that vampires got that are really important are Knight of the Ebon Legion, Sorin Imperious Bloodlord, and an Icon of Ancestry. So those are the 3 new cards from M20 that are awesome. The coolest new combo is that Sorin's great in a vampires deck, but the -3 ability, you may put a vampire creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. You can cheat the Champion of Dusk in a play on turn 3, which is usually 5 mana. When it ETBs, you draw X cards and you lose X life or X's number of vampires you control. So a common draw that you can have with this deck is 1-drop, 2-drop, Sorin, put a Champion of Dusk in a play, draw 3, and it's like so good. Why not run War Sorin? I don't think it does enough in this deck, Artem. We tried it a little bit. So we've played a couple of versions of this deck list. We played one that had Venerated Loxodon. I thought that card wasn't good enough. So we're trying this version, which is playing 4 Sanctum Seekers instead. Knight of the Ebon Legion, I don't really know, is really, really good. So it's a 1-mana 1/2 that for 3 mana gets +3/+3, gets Death Touch and Lifelink until end of turn. Or sorry, just Death Touch until end of turn. But this is the cool part. At the beginning of your end step, if a player lost 4 or more life this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Knight of the Legion. So that also works with dealing your opponent damage, or also Sorin can chuck something at them for 3, and if you manage to get another point in, that's the 4 to put the counters on. The other card you could possibly play in this deck is the Sky Marcher. No, it's not. God, I'm forgetting. It's like a 1/1 vampire for 1. That for 1 in a tap, you can pump another vampire. We tried playing with that card. That card was kind of underwhelming. So now we're trying some Mavrins and stuff. And then for the sideboard, you have Duskborn. Yeah, that's it. It's Ebon. Like Ebony. Okay, so it's Ebon. Okay. For the sideboard, you have Duresses against the control decks, Cast Down against the creature decks, the Elder Spell against the Planeswalker decks, or like, you know, like Esper Control or something. Despark against like big things you want to exile, especially like the things that you care about exiling, like the new like Knight that when it ETBs, it kills something, when it dies, it regrows. Like being able to despark stuff like that's important. Gideon Blackblade is really good at threatening other people's Planeswalkers. A Johnny Adversary of Tyrants is really good against like long matchups, especially when you want to bring stuff back from the yard after it dies. And Vona is a really excellent removal spell on a stick. Like it works with all of your, you know, like vampire sub-themes, but also you get to use your life as a resource to remove creatures. Actually, doesn't Vona get... Yeah, it's non-land permanent, so it also works against enchantments, Planeswalkers, and stuff like that. So, yeah, let's give the deck a shot. You heard I recently graduated? Hold on. Oh, you're talking to DC. You like putting a Champion of Dusk into play with Sorin kind of interests you, putting Morophone in play and casting the Sliver for free. Oh my gosh. Hey, is it Matt? How are you? It's good to see you. Alright, we're going to play some ranked. Let's go to traditional ranked. Ding dong. And if you are watching this on the YouTubes, the deck list is going to be listed in the profile below. And if you are watching this on Twitch, you can hit !decks or deck list, or you can also get it from Stream Decker, which is in the top left corner. Oh. Yeah, midnight pre-releases are terrible, Caroline. I heard that you're pre-releasing tonight. That's actually really sweet. Oof. I think I want to London mulligan this. I guess we can go Legion's Landing into Legion's Landing, but this is a really underwhelming start. And then we also have 2 Sanctum Seekers. I think we gotta take a mulligan. This hand's just too bad. We don't have any white sources with this, but we can cast all of our spells, and we have Sorin, which should help with this. And if we find something, like, we can bin that, I think, get a little greedy. Am I gonna London? I don't know, Nikes. I mean, I have like the London Mulligan so far. I think it has been good. We're playing against Hallowed Fountain. Against Hallowed Fountain, I'm not super worried about my life total, so I think we can play Swamp, because if they play Hero Precinct 1, I'm gonna want to cast it down and then play Sorin. And I don't want to, like, to save life, not give myself the option to kill that thing. But it seems like they do not have it. I do want to shock here because I want to threaten to pump if it comes up. And then I can also hold up cast down. I guess we don't really know if we're playing against Esper creatures or Esper control. So let me shock. They have a pause. They have something. I think I just want to try to play Sorin here. Oh yeah, here trigger. I think the new knight is really, really good. Yeah, when is your pre-release start, Caroline? Is it at 7? That's actually really cool. I haven't pre-released in so long, man. I went through a stretch of like 4 years where I never missed a pre-release once, and then I started missing one, and I just started missing all of them. I think the play here is hope that they're not playing Cry of the Carnarium. Put the knight into play, and then next turn play Icon of Ancestry and hit and get counters on both of them. But I think they might have like a cast down or something. I think that's what. Yeah, okay. That's not that huge a deal. Yeah, Max, there's apparently some places do pre-releases at 7, like at a normal time, not midnight. I used to go to the midnight ones and it was just too much for me. I could not do that. 11th grade till senior year of college, you didn't miss a single pre-release. Same. So Slewbars, I when I started playing Magic, I was kind of like right out of school.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
Oh, lame.
I've got time.
Whenever one or more non-token vampires you control attack, create a 1/1. So I think playing Mavrin here is a little bit better. We can go Mavrin and put a counter on him. Teferi is extremely lame. What set was it? It was the first pre-release I went to was M13, and I never missed one until like...
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Let me try to figure out when I started missing them. It was like kind of around the time that I moved to Denver. Yeah, and I went to midnight pre-releases like the first 3 years. Oh my gosh. That's fine, we can cast it down though. Okay, so I think it's somewhat important to... Yeah, Sorin is any target, so I think we might actually chuck something here to kill Teferi. It might still be fine not to chuck anything yet, because what we can do is we can cast down the Hostage Taker, get back Mavrin, play Knight, put a counter on the Knight, or a counter on the Mavrin, and then let them have one more turn with this, because this can't take down yet, which I think might be okay. Let me get the Knight first. Zero with a gifted sub to Lowrider. Zero, you're so sweet. Thank you. In case I have Cry of the Carnarium, I actually do think I want to put a counter here. Because it's going to be so much better if we get to attack with Mavrin and we throw the like 1/1 token that he makes rather than one of our actual creatures. Zero, that's so sweet of you. I really appreciate that. Welcome to the Brood, Lowrider. DC with a gifted sub to Max Skywalker. Thank you so much, DC. I really appreciate that. Basilica Bellhunt, huh? I think Skymarcher Aspirin is more replaceable than the Icon of Ancestry because this can draw us into more action. Okay, so what we can do is play Icon of Ancestry here. Yeah, you get to use the emotes too, Max. You got gifted a sub. It was very sweet. So let's choose Vampire. And now if we put the counter on Mavrin, both can attack Teferi to make sure that we kill it and still make a token. Yeah. Hey, Mateo, how are you?
My bloodline flows through you.
Yeah, this is going to be a little bit better. And now we have the 2/2. So they can block that there and it doesn't really matter. And they can't protect Teferi. And then next turn, if we want, we can use this to chuck it at something. We'll see. You're good, Max. Don't worry. That is very sweet of you, DC. Thank you. Hi, Babamas. How are you? And hey, Passionate Soul. Welcome, welcome. All right, let me see which set is where I stopped going. So I did... These are the sets that I went to 100% to the pre-releases. We did M13, Return to Ravnica, Gatecrash, Dragon's Maze, Modern Masters, 2014, Theros, Born of the Gods, Journey into Nyx, M15, Cons of... Oh, we want to protect for sure. I guess he wouldn't even die. Maybe we just let Soren take a little bit of a hit. Cons of Tarkir, Fate Reforged, Dragons of Tarkir, Modern Masters 2015, Battle for Zendikar, Oath of the Gatewatch, Shadows over Innistrad, Eldritch Moon, Kaladesh, Aether Revolt, and bam, that's Amonkhet. Amonkhet's around the time that I stopped going to all the pre-releases, and ever since that I'm just like, just totally fell off the train. Oh my goodness, my opponent is pretty dobs, huh? Let me play Legion Lieutenant. Who do we want to put a counter on for attacks? Amonkhet was the only pre-release I went to. Yeah, so it wasn't that I stopped going in Amonkhet, but that's around the time that I stopped going. Can I kill them? Yeah, I might actually kill... Oh yeah, it actually wasn't Aether Revolt Molly. So that's exactly around the time then. Yeah, I think I am going to do that Time Twister. So let's not activate yet because we can actually just chuck this at the card. Yeah, they... It's going to be much better if we sack this and toss it at the Elite Guard Mage. They're almost dead too. And now this is going to get bigger. And then we can... This time we might actually throw this in front of Soren to protect him. Because this is just Lightning Helix for as many times as we want to activate it. Thank you, DC. This deck is very fun, Dinotron. Ba-bam, we got there. So we're playing against, looks like Esper creatures, but we don't know how many creatures. They are playing at the very least Hostage Taker and Bellhaunt. Sometimes the Esper deck plays Bellhaunt and no other creatures, but if they're playing Hostage Taker, I think they're more likely to be more creatures, so that makes me feel like they have heroes. I'm not willing to acknowledge that this deck has 2 good cards and that this Knight and that Eben is the other one. Man, Soren's really good. Why do people not like Soren? This isn't... No, we're playing ranked, Slubars. We're not in a constructed event. We're just in regular ranked. I actually want to play a little bit more ranked this month because I want to test for GP Denver. So I actually want to get to like a higher rank to play against presumably higher ranked people. Gideon sounds kind of nice against some of the stuff that they have. It's not as good against the Flyers. Oh, they had the 2/3 Flyer as well. I think they're going to bring a bunch of Cryo the Carnariums and stuff. I don't know how good Sky Marcher Aspirant's going to be. And it also feels like Sanctum Seeker is like pretty awkward at attacking a bunch of their things. Which makes me want some, I think, Gideons. What is the White Flower? I don't know. It's just like an aesthetic thing. I think if they're also playing... We can either bring Vona or we can bring some Elder Spells. I think that they're playing Hostage Taker. I think we can bring in a Cast Down. And then we can also try bringing in a Vona and a Despark. Oh, bam! Look, Skywalker got it. That's some solid emoting. Solid emoting. Slower-ish hand, but I think it's a keep. Hey, Mr. Fox. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, sideboarding for Phoenix is one of those decks. It's kind of like sideboarding for Affinity. Like, you just have to be careful about not over-sideboarding. Do you have an opinion on Faithless Looting being banned in Modern? Seems fine. I think we can keep this. This card's really good. Even if it's a turn late. I think it's a fine thing to ban. I don't know. I know some people are like, oh my god, how could you, Goobs?
I know my responsibility. Here we go.
If I draw an untapped land and I can put Mavrin into play. Well, that actually wasn't too bad because I get to go Knight, Legion's Landing, and then play Isle Chapel. Classic Goob Gates. This deck looks like your flavor, linear and synergistic. Reminds me when I played Mardu Warriors back in Tarkir Center. I used to like that deck a lot, Ninja. Okay, so there's a Hero Precinct one. They probably have a like cast down or Tyrant Scorn or something that they're saving with this. That would make a lot of sense. Temples and checklands really do not go well together. They are so bad together. I think we just cast down. They're gonna respond and bounce my thing, and then we just hit Teferi for 1. I think is what's gonna happen here. I could also... This is really awkward. I think this is the play, though. I think we're supposed to cast this down. When does Ixalan face out? It's in... Oh, weird. Do they not have it? It's in the fall.
I really should have seen that coming.
Weird. I did not expect that to work. You have a question. If you buy an M20 Mastery Pass, I'm still limited number of XP I can get per day, or can I level without restrictions? Daily X cap. You're always capped every day. I think we can bin the Mavrin, keep the cast down, and then go Sorin Champion at Dusk next turn. We drew another cast down? Sure. Do they really need to remove decks after a while? I mean, the rotation does make some cards illegal. It's not that they necessarily, like, remove decks per se. They remove cards. Okay, so here we can attack with Knight. Potentially pump if they block with a Basilica Bellhunt. Yeah, but I think it's better to do this. It's better to go Sorin. Put the Knight into play, or the Champion into play. Draw untapped land.
I guess you.
Perfect. Go untapped land, cast down the Bell Hunt, and then just hit with everybody. Because the other thing is, like, if we just threaten the activation and they decide they just want to throw the Basilica Bell Hunt away, like, that's all we do with our turn, and that's terrible. Yeah, Ixalan's gonna phase out. That is accurate. It's a bunch of other sets, actually. Go to what'sinstandard.com. That shows you what's phasing in and out.
Sorry, I'm late.
Franz, go to what'sinstandard.com. Yeah, there's pros and cons to rotating standard for sure. I actually like standard rotation. I think it keeps things different and interesting, and I think that's all good stuff. What do we want to do here? Yeah, click on the link. Go to what'sinstandard.com. That's where you want to go. I think we just want to Gids. We are going to want to kill the Teferi, I think. Yeah, so I think we're going to go Gideon... Cast down the Hero Precinct 1.
Let me lead the charge into darkness.
I think I might slow roll that Plains in case they have another Basilica Bell Hunt. Let me activate Gideon. We can give Vigilance, Lifelink, or Indestructible. Probably Vigilance on this thing.
I believe in you.
I also believe in you. I don't think I want to sacrifice anything. Let's just put a counter on here.
Blood calls to your soul.
I don't even think I care about Teferi at the moment. I'm just gonna kill him so fast with my board. like the way it is right now. And I would have to send 2 things to make sure Teferi dies. I guess I could send 1 thing because it's not that much downside. And we trade with that thing. Oh shoot, I was holding my planes. I just auto-played it. Okay, I'm gonna send that this and acknowledge that if they want to save Teferi, they can. I don't really care. It's not a huge deal.
That didn't go according to plan.
Yeah, I goofed it up. I really wanted to hold that planes. I'm gonna get punished if they play Basilica Belhunt, but I just snapped it off. Even if that happens, we're in like pretty good shape. MP France, you just have to go look at what's in standard.com and learn about what's rotating out. Mmm. That is spicy. No, MP France. Traditional is also standard. You need to just, I think you just need to go read about what is rotation. Like, what is Magic rotation. It's gonna be better explained than us trying to explain it to you here. Let me get some card draw going. Yeah, we can play the Vanguard as well. I don't think it's a troll. MP France has been here before. I don't think they're trolling. I'm gonna give this guy life.
I bestow
Oh.
a mighty curse.
That's actually not what I meant to do, but that's fine. Alright, this one I do think we want to kill.
I suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
We actually wanted to give this guy a counter is what we wanted to do. Thormodo, can we not insult people? That's not necessary. Alright, I'm gonna try to do my best to explain rotation, okay? Cool, we got there, even though we still wanted to put the counter in. No, it's totally fine, friends. I don't think you're trolling. I don't know why somebody thinks you're trolling. I know you're not. Basically, the way it works is like super short explanation on rotation. Every 3 months, Wizards makes a new set. If you just kept adding new sets and you just kept playing standard, then like you would have a bajillion cards in standard. So what happens instead is Wizards basically says the cards that are going to be legal in standard are going to be the cards from this past year, basically. So around every fall, a bunch of sets get kicked out of standard and a bunch of new sets come into standard, okay? So this fall, the following formats are gonna leave: Ixalan, Rivals of Ixalan, Dominaria, and Core Set 2019. And then the new standard will just be Guilds of Ravnica, Ravnica Allegiance, War of the Spark, and Core Set 2020. As new sets continue to get released, they will be added in standard until standard reaches another point where it's big again next fall. So not this fall, but the following fall. And then when that happens, all the old sets get kicked out and then the new sets continue to be in standard. So what happens to the old sets? The old sets are going to be playable in older formats that are available on Magic Arena, and some of them are available on Magic Online. So a new format that's called Historic is going to be where you can play with the old cards, but you're not going to be able to play them in regular standard, okay? And if you want to play Modern, all those cards are also going to be available in Modern, in Legacy, and in Vintage. Bam. That's my explanation about rotation. Ooh, Slew Bars, let me see that. Redeem code brought back to get 20 XP on us. Oh baby. That's, yeah. Thank you, Slew Bars. Okay, that's my super quick Gaby explanation to standard and rotation and why it exists. But basically, like, it is if the question is like, damn, my cards are only legal for a year, that's kind of a shame. Is like, yes, that's the joke.jpg. Like, if you want to play standard, that's always going to be the case. And if you don't want to do that, you can play Historic, where all your cards are always legal, or you can play Modern, where all your cards are always legal, starting at a certain time period, or you can play Vintage, where all the cards are always legal for all the formats except the cards that are banned and restricted. Keep 7. Yeah, they'll probably clear up how they do the queues. Caroline is my guess. This hand's pretty good, so let's go Swamp into Knight, and then we can follow up with ISO Chapel, Legion Lieutenant, Plains, Legion Lieutenant. And if we draw a Sorin, we're just gonna get Champion of Dusk into play. Bam! How come in MTG you just have ranked, not traditional ranked? You should have it, Blooper. You probably don't see it because they hide some game modes. You have to like unlock it for you to see it. I don't know why they hide the game modes, but they do that. Yes, brought back is their apology for what happened the day that they were trying to release the set and they took like 8 extra hours to have the set playable. So I wouldn't expect that the code's gonna exist forever, but it does seem like it's gonna. Oh my goodness. That was like very quick, Sarkin. I mean, I can Plains and threaten to. Yeah, we can attack through. I want to attack Sarkin, so I do think we want to play Plains, and then we'll just attack with a Knight. And if they want to block, they're welcome to.
Come on.
Hey, Nord! I'm loving the new set, actually. It's been really fun. Really? That did not seem like a good block. I guess I just threw away like one activation from Sarkin and it was my whole turn, but they also got rid of a dragon, which is... What is the code? The code is brought back. Yeah, it was a COD. The CODs. Oh no. Well, that's really bad for us.
I summon you.
I'm not really... Gruul is a tough matchup for this deck. I'm not really sure how we can maneuver our way out of this, especially with that Sarkin in play. Yeah, Lana, I'm just... You know me. Always giving away those Boros codes. Oh, Sloopers, I didn't realize you were a Fifi sub. That's cute. I met Fifi at the Ambassador Summit. It was really... Because I followed his stream for a long time before that. It was cool meeting him in person. Oh, that's weird, Rocky. No, it sounds like, Yeah, you're welcome, Mortal. Ugh. I can't even play another Legion Lieutenant and actually threaten the Sarkin. They can just block with this. I got free ticks, Terry. I got free ticks. Yeah, let's keep that on top. Okay, so my plan was just gonna be to have 2 Legion Lieutenants and not attack, and then next turn I can go Sorin, Champion of Dusk into play, but I'm not really sure how we're like... Yeah, Franz, that's just kind of like... I get being like, oh my gosh, I can't believe rotation's a thing, but I find it a very necessary thing. Like, it gets pretty like, basically the fact that there are different formats that service different things helps a lot, because if you do want to continue playing with those old cards, those old sets exist, but it is also important to keep Standard moving along, because that way you keep the metagame changing and then things don't get stale. And when you have a Standard format with like too many sets, it's hard to get into it because the learning curve is just so high. We're just so dead. Yeah, you probably don't want to, Thormoto. Exactly, like, it helps also new players get into the game.
I will call the dragons.
Let's just go post board. We can't, I mean, I can do it, but what's gonna happen is I'm gonna play Sorin, put Champion of Dusk into play, and not have an answer for Sarkin, so like, this just doesn't do anything. It also helps them keep the format healthy, because if they can play test much better with a limited card pool, like what's gonna happen in Standard if we add these new cards, like it helps them develop new cards that are good. they famously don't really test things for the older format. So sometimes like a new card gets printed and it has this really weird interaction with a card that was made 10 years ago, and people find it in modern and it gets broken. And so that's why the different formats also have different ban lists. All right, so this is a super tough matchup for us. I think we want all the D-Sparks. I think we want all the cast down. I'm not even really sure how else we could combat this. I mean, we could play Vona. It's kind of not... Mavrin is definitely not good here. We can get Vonas back in there. Yeah, no, I think rotation is awesome. Like, in fact, I think there's other games that suffer because they don't have a clear way of how they want to handle rotation. Like, I don't play a lot of Hearthstone, but as I've heard, it's actually like an active problem in Hearthstone, like figuring out how to do rotation and stuff. Hearthstone has standard now. I thought they struggled for a long time to figure out how they wanted to handle it, right? No, you're good, Thermoda. No worries. No worries. I think a Danto Vanguard does not look great here. I guess on the play it's a little bit better, but we can probably cut a couple. And since we're adding a couple 5-drops, I can probably cut one champion. Henracious! It's my 30th birthday tomorrow. Oh my gosh, Chat, can we get some Feels birthday man in chat?
It's my 30th.
That is so exciting. Do you have any cool plans? Medium hand, but it's got a solid curve, so let's keep it. Feels birthday man. I need to add a Feels birthday man command. I know, birthday weekend. This is a lot of people's birthday weekends. Pay to play aspirant. Okay. Hold on, I'm making a command that's going to be useful. Bam. There you go. That looks a little bit better. Let's go. We will offer up this trade because they're not taking it. Yeah, we need to update the bot with Broadback. I will do that in a second too. It's nice that we have that code. I think that actually... Some of those codes maybe don't work anymore, but I think having a record of all of them is actually pretty useful. They're offering us a trade? I mean, that's fine. That was surprising, though. Mythic Magic only worked till July 2nd. Every other code still works. Gotcha. I will update it. Let me just ooh. Given that that happened, I actually want to play Legion Lieutenant and Legion's Landing, and then next turn we can play... Yeah, we're gonna have to shock, but that's okay. Because it just gives us kind of dope, but... Whoa. Oh, it was just the wind. God, if they Nissa us, I'm gonna be so sad. But then we get to play the Icon of Ancestry, and it's actually gonna be pretty good. Adanto's sweet. No Nissa. No Nissa. Okay, let me get this codes thing. Adcom. Codes. And then let me delete Mythic Magic and add... What's a new code? Brought back. All right, there you go. But why? Are they doing it twice? Oh, to get a counter on it. Ah, that explains it. Okay, that was kind of weird. They did a good job killing my thing. Like, that does work. I don't know if it was worth it, but it definitely works. I just thought they were misplaying, but they didn't misplay. It just was kind of weird. Play this and leave white up so I can Legion's Landing. Empire. It did prevent the landing activation, that is true. We can't attack with this anymore, but we can send with a Danto Vanguard. And they kind of are in a spot where they have to be blocking because they're at 11. Not at all, Slew Bars. I really need to do a lot of work figuring out a good list for Denver. I think it's worth it to activate. If they were just throwing it away, why wouldn't they just do the Land Orals? I guess they don't force me to activate. Which format is Denver? It's standard. Standard constructed. What are the new codes this side brought back? Cold. All the codes that are available are, yeah, if you hit exclamation mark codes. They should all work too. Oof.
No sword can pierce my scales.
Isn't it better to just tap everything but the incubation through it? Oh, they were gonna use all their mana anyways. Yeah, the follow-up was bad for us. Oh, Sanctum Seeker is really good though. I think we actually just go face. Because the life gain lets us activate a Danto Vanguard a couple more times. And they can't kill me on the crackback. Because I do think they have to make some blocks. And I have the Sanctum Seeker to block with. So yeah, the thing is, it's either... I think it's Seeker phase 2 Time Twister. Because we get to drain 3, which is awesome. Resolves. Resolves.
Listen to them roar.
Okay. So yeah, they can eat one of them. They can trade another. Oh, okay, sure. We can indestructible that. And they're taking 2. I believe it is worth it to do this. The next turn, even if we brick, we can add down to make a 2/2. The fact that they have lifelink is actually like pretty important. Mono Black has an awesome list right now. Yeah, Soaring off the top would be so good. Hi, Bim! Nice weekend at the coast. Oh my gosh, I love it. Where are you? Which coast you at? No, I'm not down to 2 of the flunch because I have the Sanctum Seeker. They can only really send with this. But it seems like maybe they've drawn a removal spell. That would be kind of annoying. They could also just adapt their Growth Chamber Guardian and replay another Growth Chamber Guardian. Like, the Growth Chamber Guardian is actually annoying. Because they just have so many of them. Nice, Bim. That's really cool. Hope you have a good weekend. Did you do anything fun for the 4th? Sure. And then they replay a 2/2. Oh, another Seeker would be such gas. No, they're not short of mana. This thing can adapt. This thing has counters. I know it's weird because it only has 1 counter on it. Ooh. But this doesn't do anything on ETB. Is kind of the problem. Okay, so if I attack with everybody, I go up to 12, 13, 14. They can line up a double block on my Sanctum Seeker and put that there and take 2. We'd kill the dragon probably. And then play Vona. I don't really know, Artemis. Which one are you talking about? Oh, that's true. They only need a single block because of Sarkin Path. You're right. So yeah, our attacks are not great, but we also are definitely going to die if we just sit around. So I think we're supposed to swing with everyone still. It's possible it's just this and not this one because this one gets eaten for free. Yeah, this looks okay. You do like sending the token? I'm medium on it. If I do this, they can go block here, block there, eat that. It does gain us some life, which is somewhat useful. Oh, I think I'm just going to send it. We also have Vona, which is a reason to have more life. Sure. Yeah, it also encourages them not to double block, which is good.
Consume you. Come on.
Sure. Sure. Alrighty, yeah, this works out fine. So this is gonna trade. I indestructible this guy. These trade, and they get to keep this one. They can hit me for another 8. So I wouldn't die. Yeah, and then we play Vona, so we're good. So we can definitely afford to indestructible you. Oh my gosh, Bim! Thank you for the 2 years! That's true, Time Twister, because our Seeker's gonna die. That's a very good point. Thank you so much, Bim! I really appreciate the 2 years. Thank you so much for supporting the streamerino. I hope you have a super good weekend. I know, you're a gold snake. Look at you, gold-plated and beautiful. Yep. That's actually not a problem because the Vona's big. So how much life? It's 7 life? Cool. They might actually have to kill their Sarkin and make a dragon. How's Vona been working for you? Bogando, I have it in the sideboard, so we boarded her in. BK, welcome on in. How are you? I think that maybe they needed to make a dragon this turn. Really? Do they have a follow-up? They must. You didn't get a notification I was live? That was really weird. Why did they do that? Because now they're just dead. Did they not realize what Vona does? Oh, shoot, you're right. It turns off Vona. Yeah, you are correct. Yeah, now we can't activate Vona. No, that was a good attack. Might be. We had so much life, I was sure we could activate her still. I guess we're just attacking with both. And then playing Knight. And then making a 1/1. This is not a great spot. And we can't regen this. So we have to trade with both. I accept.
Listen to them roar. Watch this.
It's down to 1 because of the Sarkin trigger, so yeah, like I can't, but I can't regen it too. I know Sarkin's blowing us up, man. We just have to let it happen. It lets both trades happen. So we're still not dead, luckily, and then we get to attack them with these. So we are threatening some stuff. But a Sorin would be so nice at any point here. Yeah, we have outs to Sorin. Also, they just can't swing with both because we can just kill them. Mr. Meds, we are still doing donut decks. They're always open. We're actually doing one today from Yuka. It's the feather deck we're playing today. So if you want to send me some stuff.
Behold!
Oh yeah, we have outs to cast on too. Okay, so they made a dragon. Oh no.
We begin.
Let me see this real quick. Oh man, they went ham. Can I hit Sorin off of this? You may reveal a creature card of the chosen type from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest of the bottom of your library in random order. Okay, so that's no bueno. I guess it's better to... Yeah, we're on Sorin or bust, which means that making a token doesn't help us. So let me actually just try to icon and see if we find something. Okay, well, at least we didn't draw any of those. Rats.
Listen to them roar.
Or how does... Oh, yeah, that's true. They have a bajillion knights. I was gonna say, I guess we could have pumped it and then seen if they didn't block, but that's... We were just dead. We were on Sorin or bust. Feels bad. Remember every donut deck used to make its Gaby a delicious frozen margarita. I know, we got Dargan really good. We had a lot of outs. We needed to... There were like multiple turns where either a Sanctum Seeker or a Sorin would have won us the game. We had like 4 turns where that was the case, I think. I've never seen Sarkhan deal 3 before. I'm used to like 1 or 2 sometimes. Oh, hold on. I forgot to use my code too. Alrighty. Little awkward. But we can go Temple of Silence turn 1, turn 2 Night, Legion's Landing. So I think this is keepable. And then try to scry a 3rd land to the top maybe for Sorin. That's not too bad. Yeah, Thermodo, we were playing knowing that, like, Sorin was gonna blow up our stuff all the time, but... Yeah, I mean, at the end, the only out we had was them literally not blocking, which wasn't gonna happen, so... So we're playing against the Boros Feather deck. And they just wanted to cycle their Defiant Strike. Hey, Don Rainer, welcome! Interesting. So next turn they're gonna attack and then be able to flash this back. Yeah, I think that thing is worth killing for show. So let's play Sorin and throw our token. And then hit with a knight. You may sacrifice a vamp. Sack this one and kill this guy. And then hit. Yeah, that thing's pretty spooky, especially with the fact that they already had something in the yard. Hey Don Rainer, welcome to the stream. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Ooh, that goes out my sword.
Do not defy aristocracy.
They are missing land drops, which actually makes me want to kill again. Yeah, that also gets helixed. So let me go play another Legion's Landing. Sorin is super mad at— Oh, Kep, I was watching you play Dota Underlord yesterday. Luis had your stream on. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Sack a vampire. Sack this one. Send that way. Play another Legion's Landing and play another Knight. Keep that one. Doesn't really matter. I know, we're really landing. We're all conquistadors over here. Alright, so they are missing land drops, but it did look like they had a couple creatures, so I wouldn't be surprised if they have another, like... Oh, they might have a feather here. Yeah. So here we can attack with both knights, and whichever one they... Oh, we could actually send with this too. Yeah. Even the token, that is good. Because then we can make a 1/1 here and then toss it. They didn't block. They would not block the knights. They couldn't even block the 1/1. I think given that we just pump it, because then both counter on the token. We might post combat, but we want to pump this up because then both of them are going to get counters for it. It's not like we're playing another Sorin. And then let's put counter on... I don't even know we want to do the token, to be honest, because I think the token is most likely to get thrown. So we might actually want to put it on the Knight of the Legion. Okay, let's put it here. And now end step, they both get counters on it as well. Yeah, this is the most likely to get eaten, so I don't really want to put the counter on there. They can't even really attack. I guess I could send a Sorin and take up a jillion damage. Yeah, untap. Have you not seen the Knights deck or the Vampires deck before? It's really fun. Okay, yeah, they're just... They're just allowing blocks. Hi, Cello. Welcome. How are you? Yeah, Feather doesn't block particularly well. I think the fact that they have the Defiant Strike means that I can't play the Icon of Ancestry pre-combat. That means I just attack with all again, and if they block here, I can just end up chucking it at the end. So, face with all without playing anything first. I wonder if they have protection. Yeah, I think it's worth it to bump up the jam. They had protection. That's okay. It did smell like God's willing, but I think it's worth it to save this thing, so... Because end of the day, what ends up happening here is like, they're protected, but then we get to put a counter on... this one now. And then end step, they both get counters. And now these are like pretty huge. Like these are both 4/5s. What's my opinion on the new mastery system in Arena? I think if you get about 70% of the rewards, it's worth it. I understand why people are frustrated with it, for sure. But it seems like the fact that you can slow roll until the end of the month and figure out if it's worth it to get it makes it so that it's kind of a free roll in that way. So you can maybe just wait the first month, figure out if you want it. And if you want the cat, you can just get it ahead of time if you know you're going to be playing a lot of Magic. Like, that also sounds good. Yeah, I know. This card is busted. This thing is the truth. That's like the card that really makes this deck tick. All right, so we're playing against a Feather deck. Cast Down is good, but unfortunately it doesn't kill Feather. We don't actually have that many good ways to kill Feather. Duress is very good at keeping them honest for sure. This deck is very cool, Brew. I like it a lot. I don't really know why the flowers are on top of the cards. It's kind of weird. Adanto Vanguard seems really bad on the draw. I think we can get rid of some of these. Hey, The Wake. Welcome to the stream. We can get rid of one champion and then maybe add a Vona, because she could try to threaten. The problem is it's so expensive, and then if they just give protection, you spent 7 life on nothing. So what are the flowers? They're just here. They're cosmetics. I don't know why. They just show up. Look at this one. You don't like Lords? Lords are cool in these decks. I like Lords. We can probably cut some Maverins because they're kind of just mediocre. Yeah, maybe we can try this. Yeah, I'm gonna add the Vona just because I do think that having that like, we do need a way, literal one way to be able to kill Feather, but it's not looking... Throwing 7 mana or 7 life into a God's Willing is like not exactly where we want to be at. I want to keep. Ooh, I like Duress, but let's go Shock, Godless, try and pay 2 and play Knight. And then next turn, if they play a Critter, we can just cast it down, and then on turn 3, store and take down, play Maverin. Probs. That would not be a bad sequence. Ooh. We have a different play we're gonna make, but it's gonna work out just fine. This time we just cast down this thing because we don't want him to have it. Hey, Wicked!
Just collecting them.
Thank you so much for the biddies. I appreciate that. Oh, they're playing Naya Feather. That's actually a deck we're gonna play after this. Okay, so let's go ISO Chapel, Sorin, put Champion of Dusk into play.
Blood is my beginning. It will be your end.
Ba-bam.
Welcome to the family.
Common line with this deck is to play Knight on 1, Adanto on 2, then pay 4 immediately to pump up the Knight. Gets it out of removal range. Oh, that's cute, Time Twister. You're right. Because it's if a player lost 4 or more life this turn. Huh. That's clever. I like it. It's not opponent. Well, that was rude. Hey, Tolosaur. How are you?
These childish games bore me.
Let me play a Swamp, and I think we're gonna kick it off with Duress and see what they're working with. Alright, so they have draw a card if an opponent has cast a blue or black spell this turn. Spells you control can't be countered this turn. You and permanents you control gain hexproof. So they want this for protection. And then return a target creature or land card from your graveyard to its owner's hand. They could get back Burning Prophet, and they gain a bunch of life. Why didn't they veil me? Oh, they don't have green right now? Yeah, you're right. That explains it. I guess we should take Veil of Summer. This is really annoying though. I believe we just have to... I don't really know how we're gonna get out of range for this thing. Because we could go like... Knight, play Sorin, put this into play, and then let Sorin die to this. But that's just not really gonna get us... That's not gonna get the job done. We can attack, pump, start putting counters on this, but then we're just taking 5 a turn. It's like so bad. I could chill on Death Touch. My screen is black. My screen is not black. Yeah. I think chill on Death Touch might be our best option. I hate it. It's really bad, but I think it might be our only option. Maybe they won't notice. But Marvin needs to attack before making a blocker. Oh jeez. Why didn't you just play that before? Like, that seemed fine. Nope. You don't want to get countered? Yeah, maybe. I guess we can just Marvin and not... I really don't want to play Sorin yet. I feel like using Sorin to put Marvin into play is like a way we die. So let's just play this. Try to make a blocker maybe. Well, that was a disastrous draw. I believe we can't come back in this. We can even throw Sorin and like gain life. This is bad. Alright, Vona is definitely going to be too slow, especially if they're playing Gruul Spellbreaker. It does feel like the cast downs are going to be pretty necessary. We're back on the play again, which is good. So let me get rid of Vona. Let's add Champion Dusk back in again. I like Maverick a little bit more on the play. And I do like the Duresses for sure. I think... Draft is like 5k. Yes, I like a Danto back on the play. I didn't like it on the draw. I think on the draw it was like a little too slow. I don't think I want a Johnny. I think if we're adding a Dantos, we don't need to add as many Mavrins anymore. We can probably cut some amount of... I do want all the cast downs. It's a little awkward against Gruul Spellbreaker and Feather. I think on the play we can get rid of some Duresses. Like maybe we can keep 1 or 2. And cut maybe 1 Champion of Dusk. It's so big though. I actually kind of want that. Yeah, maybe on the play we get rid of the Duresses and just add the Adantos back in. Dressel mediocre, you think, Time Twister? I think doing that swap on the draw is a little bit better. I think on the play I want to just be aggressive. Play first. Oh my god. We just have to mulligan. Horrible. Ooh, who is that? Dala Dala. Ooh, I like this. We want to draw a 2-drop. Hey, Grable! I'm sorry, Grable. Thanks for the $1, though. I'm going to keep this. And put back a cast down. We don't need so many. Yeah, turn 3 Champion of Dusk is not too shabby, Gaby. Oh, that was really good. Okay, cool. So we get to go attack, hit for 1. They'll play their creature. We cast it down. Sorin, play Champion of Dusk, draw 2. So we have we have a really good draw. There she is. Yeah, Sorin's really good, Sluvars. I don't think it's worth it to slow roll. We get to draw 2 anyway. That's like pretty good. So let's go. Ding dong. Oh baby, I want to draw land, then we can play double Adanto Vanguard. We get to play 2 things though, that's not too bad. Mengu wrote an article calling Sorin the best card in M20. That's really cool. I think I want to put a counter on this one so they're both attacking. Otherwise, I don't get to attack with this thing. Or actually... Nah. Cancel that order. I think we sack this to kill that is better. And then play Adanto Vanguard and Knight of the... Because I just don't want them to have creatures in play. So, let's sack... Sack is a +1, which is really nice. It's weird because the sack is usually a minus ability. Sack this one. It's +1. It's busted, Yuka. It's really stupid. You would think it would be a -1. That's what would make sense. Playing Knight, and then we're gonna get a counter on Knight too. Ding dong. Wow, being on the play is making a huge difference this game. I know, the poor Vamp. Honestly, all those little like tokens do is always get thrown via Sorin. Yeah, we just ran away with the game too quickly. Sorin is a powerhouse. Card's not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, chat, let me wrap up the video for the YouTubes. But we're gonna keep playing here on stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed M20 Vampires. Like I said, I think there's a lot of ways you can build this deck. I actually like this way better than the other version we were trying with like Elefantes and the Dusk Marcher, Dusk Leech, the 1/1 for tap 1 white and pump something else. But yeah, I think Sorin's the truth. I know some people aren't playing it, but I think Sorin's amazing. So if you do want to play with this deck, I will have it linked in the description so you can give it a spin. Let me know how it goes. And if you want to go see other M20 standard content, that's going to be on youtube.com/GabySpartz. Thanks for watching, YouTube. See ya. If you like this video, you can subscribe for more. And if you want to come say hi to us on the live stream, that's on twitch.tv/GabySpartz. I stream every weekday in the afternoons, Mountain Times. See you later.